Hi, welcome. Now I am going to show you how to use array SumIFs function, or in other words how to use SumIFs function in an array. Okay, so what is SumIFs function? Okay, SumIFs function is just a SumIf function but having multiple criterias inside. Okay, SumIf function is summing up the value in the range only when a particular condition is satisfied. But in some ifs function it got multiple ifs and the criterias are multiple, so it summing up the value in the range only when all these conditions are satisfied. Okay, so I will explain to you using an example here, and how this SumIfs function can be used in the array formula. Okay, that is our objective. Okay, what we have here is the product and the category, the respective category, product and category. A same product can have two categories, old and new, and the respective sales. Okay, so a product transaction may be multiple transactions with the category old and new, and it raises multiple sales. Okay, and what we have here is the product list, and it is repeated only twice because it has to go with the category. Okay, so the category can be new and old. So for me, my objective here is to get the total sales raised by a particular product in a category new. In this case is Alice Mutton product in the category new. What is the total sales? Similarly, the same product Alice Mutton in the category old, what is the total sales? This category you can consider as a batch, new batch or old batch of products. Okay, similarly for every product. Okay, so for all the list of products and their respective categories, I want the total sales. That is our objective. Okay, first of all I will do it for only one row, which is product Alice Mutton and the category new, using a SumIfs function. Okay, so that function is not an array usage. We are going to use it simple function directly on the cell. Then I will generalize that one to array function. Okay, so in the before that, what I am going to do, we are going to use again and again the product and the category and the sales columns here. So I want to, instead of using a range, drag and drop the whole column up to 277 records I have every time. I want to give a name for this. Okay, this data. So I will define a name first, then call the name there. This will help us to understand the formula better. Okay, so how can I define a name here? Okay, so I just go here. First of all, I already defined some names, so I will remove those names from the name manager. Okay, so now I will define a new name. Okay, I'll just go from the full product list. I'm going to give it the name called define name called product. Okay, product underscore list. Similarly for the category, define name, right, select, right click, and category. Okay, then the third column is sales. Right click, define a name. It's already giving the header sales. Okay, so these three names I defined already. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to write the formula here. SumIfs open bracket. Once you return the SumIfs, the ifs states that it have multiple criteria to be checked on the sum. On the sum range, it is going to sum it up if this criteria is satisfied. Okay, so the sum range is nothing but what is the sum range? We want to sum it up what? Sales. So it is I defined the name sales already. You have the checkbox here, so it will drop down all the defined names with the checkbox, and also the functions. You can see the functions list also there, but the checkbox is the one the name defined. Okay, sales. So we want to add the sales values only when the following conditions are true. Okay, our first condition is criteria 1 range, and the criteria 2 arguments makes one condition. Okay, what is our criteria range? Criteria range is the product name need to be checked. Okay, so the criteria range is the product list. Then the criteria is nothing but the given product. Okay, so I will give the criteria range is nothing but the whole range. For this we already defined a name, product list. So automatically when you select the criteria, it also gives a product list, or you can straight away type in product list as if as I did it for sales. Product list. Okay, where to check in the product list? So criteria always like this, where and then what. Okay, where to check in the product list? What to check? The given product name, which is the E2 cell. Okay, these two makes one criteria. Okay, this is left hand side, this is right hand side. Where to check and what to check. Similarly, not only this, it also satisfy the next criteria on category name. So where to check the criteria 2, which is category new in the category list. So I already defined the name category. If you have confused again where is the range, I will show you the range. Criteria 2 range is here. Okay, this is the criteria 2 range. If you select also, it will come up with a defined name already, category. Okay, this is where to check in the category list. What to check? It's here, the cell value new, which is F2. Okay, this is the way you can put multiple criteria, but in our case we have only 2 criteria: product, given name here, where to check in the full list, given what to check the given name, again category, where to check the full list of categories, and given name is the new. Okay, and close the bracket, enter. 9281. See, so it is summing up whichever field is satisfying these 2 conditions. Each condition is split into 2 arguments. Okay, so it gives 9281. Okay, so this is a simple SumIfs condition. Why? Because the range is sales and product list and category, but the value you are checking is only one value, E2 and F2. Okay, now using this simple SumIfs formula, you can fill it up all the columns here one by one. Okay, but how we can use the SumIfs array formula? How to make this one as array formula, and instead of next row, what I am going to do, these 3 values not changing, only E3. What to check is E3 on product list. Similarly, category is F3 value. Okay, so this value keep changing the criterias. Okay, so this value itself is an array. Okay, if you pass these values as an array, it will become an array formula. Okay, so I will show you how to do this. Okay, I'm going to pass this E2. Instead of individual value for one cell, I'm going to pass it as a full set of criteria. Okay, and also the F2, I'm going to pass the full set of categories, criterias. Okay, and then return the values. Okay, wait, when you give a full set of product criteria and the category criteria, what will happen? What will this SumIFs function will return? It is going to return a set of values, because the criteria keep changing. Okay, first time what it will do, it will take this range first element, and the F2 to 51 first element is new, so it will fire a SumIFs function with Alice Mutton and new. Then there is a it will pick all those records satisfying this condition, then sum it up the sales, then you will get one value. Similarly, for every element in this criteria, these two criterias, then it is going to be an array of elements, array of sums. That sums is going to be for the first element 1 in these two criteria arrays, you will get one value. Element 2 you will get another value. So similarly, it is going to have a set of outputs. If that is the case, you must tell Excel that you are going to write you are going to write array formula, and it is going to return a array output. Okay, so if that is the case, you cannot just write the formula in one cell. You must give Excel all the output cells. How to do that one? Okay, I take out this. Now if you send this criteria is also in array, you will automatically get a output also in this fashion. Correct? The array. So for each Alice Mutton and new, there is going to be a sales, total sales. Alice Mutton and old, also there is a total sales. And any seed syrup and new, also there is a so it is going to return a set of total sales values. It is going to be a set, then that set is going to be here. Okay, now once you select the output cells, the first cell is the activated. Okay, it is in a lighter color, is an active cell in the selected cells. Put the formula there, equal to SumIFs, the same way how we did it. SumIFs, what is the sum range? Is a sales range. We are going to sum it up sales. What is your first criteria range and criteria ranges? We are going to check the product. So product list, you see it is here, checked box. This is where to check in the product list, what to check, the given value product. Now this is going to be an array also, so it is I don't want to give one by one. I'm giving you the full set, so it is going to be the full range of criteria. Okay, similarly, now I'm going to check the category. So where to check? In the category list. What to check? One by one value in the criteria array. Okay, that's all. So now you have written array formula, and you selected the set of array cells. Why it is array formula? It is going to return, it accepts arguments in array format, and also it returns the resultant set is also array. Okay, in multiple, this is multi-cell array formula. There are some array formulas they can return in a single cell also value. Okay, now after writing the array formula, you must control press enter. You cannot simply enter. That is a simple formula. For array formula, how can you tell Excel that you are writing array formula? It is in two ways. One, selecting a multiple cells, as well as entering control shift enter. So I am putting the control shift enter now. Okay, once I put the control shift enter, see what is happening. It come up with all the output cell values. Isn't it interesting? You can see the formula is enclosed by braces. That means it's a array formula. Wherever you see the formula is enclosed by braces, that means you have written an array formula, or there is an array formula there in the cell. Okay, now you check Alice Mutton new is in 9281. Let's check the values the same. Alice Mutton new is here, these two. Then the Alice Mutton new. Okay, what is the total? See in the status bar, 9281 total sales. Now the old Alice Mutton old, Alice Mutton old, Alice Mutton old, Alice Mutton old, Alice Mutton old. What is the value? 13178. Okay, this way you can simplify all the SumIFs into an array formula, because there are multiple times you will use the SumIFs for all the values in the data set. In such cases, you can use the array formula and work it out instead of doing for individual cell using a simple SumIF function. Okay, hope this video is helpful to you, and please subscribe to my channel if you like my videos. You can find a lot of examples, and I will also give the different types of array formulas comparisons. Please subscribe to my channel, and God bless you.